Okay, I'm going to attempt this. My iPad is hanging precariously on my bathroom mirror, and I'm so afraid it's going to fall. But we're going to see if I can demonstrate how to wear false eyelashes without any major catastrophes. Okay, so I already, not that you can really tell, but I actually already have foundation on, as well as I've done my brows, and I have my base eyeshadow on. Since we're just doing false eyelashes, that's the point of the video today. It doesn't really matter, you can do whatever eyeshadows you want, but do put at least your base on first. Beyond that, it's kind of up to you the order you go. I think what I'll do today is I'll go ahead and put on the shadow that I'm going to have in my crease, which is kind of a gray. And the only reason I'm doing that is just because once you get the eyelashes on, they are pretty long, and the powder sometimes will kind of fall as you're putting it on and land in the lashes. So I just go ahead and try to do everything. Well, I try to save the lashes for last. Again, that might just be a personal preference. So one thing while I'm doing this that I'll tell you is that my cat is eating my fake eyelashes. Stop. That's not what I really wanted to tell you. But that is, as far as the kind of lashes you buy, these are ones that I've actually been using. I've used them a couple times already. And I do, some people may not do that. I do. I use them as long as I can before I buy a new set. Because of that, I don't have the package to show you, but I'm going to show you the lash itself, and I can kind of tell you what to look for at the store. Stop it. I should have known the cat was not going to cooperate. That was the other catastrophe I should have looked out for. There's going to be, let's see if I can get that close. There's going to be several types that you can buy. I get the ones that are a little, like you've got kind of a long lash and a shorter lash in between, and they're kind of separated out. They're not as full as some that you can get, but I like those better because it's still kind of obvious that they're false if you get close up, but I think from further away it's not as like in your face, I'm fake, it's somewhere in between. The first time you do this, you will want to buy the whole kit. So the eyelashes will come with this little holder thing, which for me makes putting eyelashes on a gazillion times easier than trying to use your hands. And then of course to get them to stay, you're going to want the glue. Okay. Excuse me, you can tell I've just woken up. Before we get to the actual lash, I use a really thick, this is a liquid liner pen. You want to do a pretty thick line that helps, again, helps it look more natural. Because let's say when you put the lash on, it's not quite up to your lash line. If there's a little space in between, having a thicker liner line, if that makes sense, will just kind of disguise that little mistake. We'll put it that way. So I will say I always do kind of a slide cat eye where I come down at an angle. That's just a preference. If you're wondering, and this is hard for me to do and talk at the same time, but if you're wondering, I got this at, it's called Mark My Eyes, here in Midland. There's King's Beauty over on Big Spring. This is like less than $5, I think, there, and I love it. It is my new favorite eyeliner. The only bad thing about eyeliner is if you're slightly obsessive compulsive, getting the eyes even. Now, let me just go ahead and say, because I've done false eyelashes quite a bit, I don't do my line quite as thick as I would have when I first started. And on the video, like I can see, it looks fairly thick, but if I were a beginner, I might even do it a little bit thicker. Again, just to help for any little mistakes with the eyelashes. And of course, if all else fails, those eyelashes, you can take them off and start over again if you don't get it quite right. Okay. So you make sure you get the right lash for the right eye, the correct eye. In this case, it is my right eye, because it's going to be the lashes on the outside will be a little bit longer, and make sure that you can see here, you make sure that the lash, from where it's going to be on your lash line, that it's going out and up. This is a real technical explanation clearly. Put it in the little holder there and squeeze pretty tightly, okay? And then take your lash glue and sometimes it comes out really fast and you end up with way too much. It does not take a lot, I will tell you that, but even if you do get a little too much, it dries clear. So, okay, this is going to be the hard part. I have to watch in the mirror while I do this. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this. You want to get it as close to your lash line as possible. Sometimes the best ones that I do almost feel like I'm putting them in my eye. As strange as that sounds. And then I typically close my eye, press for just a second, and then just release this. Don't pull back as you release. Okay, see, and I got it too much on the lash and not enough on the skin. So see, even when you do it a lot, sometimes you mess up. I will tell you I don't wear these every day because, well, I just don't have the time. But they're great for special occasions. See, I just got way too much right there. But it dries clear. They're good for special occasions, obviously, or just when you want to feel a little fancy. So, okay, I can already tell that's better because it's on the skin more so than the lash itself. Seriously, I glued it. Okay, so this is a really great example of what not to do. Okay, so you can see there. You can see the glue. I get hot when I get ready in the morning, so I have a fan going in my bathroom anyway. So I usually just close it, go down to the fan, let the fan kind of dry it for a second. Even if you don't use a fan or have a fan in your bathroom, I recommend letting it kind of dry before you open your eye all the way, especially if you have eyes like mine, where it's kind of a hooded lid, because what happens is when I open my eye all the way, any of that glue that's not dry is going to imprint itself up here on my crease, and then it's sticky the rest of the day, and every time you blink, you feel this little pull. That is one of the most annoying things in the world. So, just warning you. Okay. For time's sake, because I'm actually trying to get ready for work right now, and I'm running out of time. So for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this one eye and show you the difference. I do add mascara, just a little though. So you can see there's still a little bit of white. It's still drying. It really will dry clear, I promise. But the mascara is really, I like the look of the lash already. The mascara is more to combine my light lashes kind of with the fake lash and make it look more like one, and again, a little more natural. I get it. They're fake. They're not going to look completely natural. But it just helps the cause a little. And you'll notice I don't even really go all the way up the lash. That's not what I'm concerned with. They're plenty long. And then there. It's, oh, no, you can still see just a little white. It really will dry. I don't know if I'm trying to convince you or myself of that, but anyway, so there, that picture is not the best, but you can see there it's, you know, just they're longer than that they would be normally. My cat ran away with my glue. You know, not, you can get thicker varieties if that's what you're going for. I like the length better, but it's totally up to you. And of course, if you want to get really, you know, in your face, you can get ones with feathers, you can get ones with sparkles. I mean, you know, if that's your cup of tea. I have no room to talk because I have been known to wear them before. So anyway, I hope that helped, and please leave feedback if you try it, if you attempt it, problems you run into, if the video wasn't as helpful as you thought it would be, or whatever, so I can kind of get better at this as I go. Thanks.